Vincent, today we had the news that the deals of the terms of the new nuclear plant, the first one to be built since sort of the mid-90s. What did we learn today from these terms?
Well, what we learned is that, first of all, that the UK's determination to build a new nuclear power plant at Hinkley Point in Somerset is going ahead, because Electricité de France and a consortium have agreed to come in and invest in the project, put equity investment into the project, and have agreed the terms of the financing of this project, which is going to cost £16 billion with the government. And so that's what's been put in place after a long period of negotiation.
And EDF's going to be the biggest investor in this, isn't it? Is this going to be a good deal for them?
Well, EDF is the sort of go-to guy. If you want to build a nuclear power plant, call EDF. They run almost 60 nuclear power plants in France. They're building some in China. They already run most of the UK's existing nuclear power plants. So really, EDF was going to be the leader of this consortium regardless. So it's going to have maybe up to 50% of the project ultimately, after the other investors come in, which involves two Chinese state nuclear companies and Areva, the other French nuclear provider. And I think that EDF has secured enough protections for itself and its investors that it looks like a fairly reasonable deal for EDF, despite the cost of it.
Okay, but it looks like a big investment up front, and presumably they're not going to get the rewards for many years to come. So these investors are going to have to sit around for a long time.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the, well, not all, but most of the cost of building a nuclear power plant is upfront construction costs and installation of the reactors. Running a nuclear power plant is actually very cheap. And that's when returns start to kick in for the companies that operate them. Now, this Hinkley Point reactor will not be providing electricity probably until 2023 at the very earliest. So, you know, we're talking about a long period of time when EDF will not be getting any returns. But I think after that, the returns should be pretty generous, actually.
Okay, so overall, we have more details about the terms. This is really a bigger deal for EDF investors, but they won't see any fruit from this for many years to come. Thanks, Vincent.